Welcome back to 5 Minute Modding, everyone. In today's episode we're going to be looking at Palpatine Empire teams, a very popular and reliable team for many areas of the game, including territory battles, grand arena, and even some GL counters at the time of this video. The Palpatine team has been an amazing feature for many years now, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. Between the turn meter gain, the ruthless onslaught of Darth Vader, and the amount of debuffs it applies and dispels to fuel itself, Palpatine teams are a staple of the game at this point, and today we're going to show you how to best mod this amazing team. So without any further delay, let's get started. So starting up as always, we have the team's leader, Emperor Palpatine, who you're going to want to mod with a speed and potency set. Now Palpatine is going to be a major player in keeping the turn meter train going by applying shock, as well as keeping the enemy team under control with his AoE stuns. Now even though he gains 35% potency for himself and his team from his leader, it's important to use a set here to help offset any high tenacity opponents. For primaries, you're going to want protection on the circle and triangle, potency on the cross and speed on the arrow. Now I prefer protection over health here, given that Palpatine gains 50% max protection from his unique, as well as a growing pool of max protection each time he lands a shock, which is going to be happening a lot. You could opt for protection on the cross too, but I prefer giving him more potency. For his secondaries, you're going to want to focus fully on speed with a minimum speed goal of plus 100 for mods. Even when you reach this, continue to aim higher, as given how his kit works, the faster he is, the more shock he's going to land, which further increases his turn meter gain, due to how his basic grants him more turn meter based on the amount of shocked opponents. Up next we have Darth Vader, who you're going to want to mod with crit damage and crit chance sets. Vader, as most of you know, is an insane damage dealer, and you're going to need to focus on boosting this as much as possible in his mods. Crit damage is much better for him than offense, as he gains additional crit chance from MM, and the extra crit damage helps massively to contribute to his insane culling blade damage. For primaries, you're going to want health on the circle, offense on the cross, crit damage on the triangle, and speed on the arrow. While applying debuffs is extremely important as well, you don't need to worry about potency with him, as he's going to be gaining an additional 35% from Palpatine's lead, and he already has a base of 50%. The extra offense on the cross is just too important to give up. For secondaries, you're going to want to focus on speed and offense with a minimum speed goal of plus 115 from mods, and while it's generally better to go higher if possible, do not forget to focus on mods that have additional offense in the secondaries too, as this is fairly important. Speed wins out here though, but if you can get both, then be sure to go for it. Next up is our Tarkin, who you're going to want to mod with 3 potency sets. Now a lot of people would suggest using a speed set, but honestly I feel this is more of a waste for him, given his very low natural speed. In addition, Vader and Palpatine will be fueling massive turn meter gains, so he'll be able to keep up fine without a speed set. Potency for Tarkin is like gold, as it converts to offense for his AoE, as well as granting him defense equal to his potency. So for one stat, you're getting potency, a form of offense, and defense, which in my opinion is much better than just a speed set. For primaries, you're going to want health on the circle, potency on the cross, crit damage on the triangle, and speed on the arrow. For secondaries, you're going to want to focus on speed and potency with a minimum speed goal of plus 80 from mods. As I mentioned before, his speed is going to be quite low in most cases, but you need to do your best to make up for this as much as you can from the secondaries. Next up is our TIE Fighter pilot, who you're going to want to mod with crit damage and crit chance sets. Now given he's a heavy damage dealer and a debuffer, this needs to be reflected in his mods. For primaries, you're going to want health on the circle, potency on the cross, crit damage on the triangle, and speed on the arrow. Now you could opt to use an offense primary on the cross, but I find the ability blocks and buff immunities are too important to miss out on, given how the team works and how TIE Fighter Pilot gains more damage and turn meter for each debuffed enemy. For secondaries, you're going to want to focus on speed, crit chance and offense with a minimum speed goal of plus 90 from mods. Speed is extremely important for TIE Fighter Pilot, given he's quite naturally fast, so be sure to focus on this where possible. In addition, you also need to do your best to boost up his crit chance to 85%, which with relics should be pretty easy. And finally we have our Krennic, who you're going to want to mod with offense and crit chance sets. Now I chose Krennic here because I generally run Thrawn with other squads. Krennic is a very nice fill due to the amount of debuffs and additional tenacity down on his basic to go with TIE Fighter pilots, so you can get around any high tenacity opponents much easier with the rest of the team. For primaries, you're going to want health on the circle, potency on the cross, crit damage on the triangle, and speed on the arrow. Similar to TIE Fighter pilot, you could opt to run offense on the cross, but again with the amount of debuffs he can land, combined with higher tenacity characters in the game these days, I find the extra potency helpful in a lot of situations. For secondaries, you're going to want to focus on speed and offense with a minimum speed goal of plus 80 from mods. Now he does hit pretty hard with some of his attacks, so be sure to grab some offense once the speed goal is met. And that's all for today everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the video and learned a lot about modding your Palpatine Empire teams. As always everyone, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, join my Discord server, and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all very soon.